Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay and today's video is going to be 10 reasons why your home probably has too much stuff in it, even if you have been on a decluttering journey, even if you've done multiple decluttering sessions. If you still feel like you are just drowning in your stuff, where you feel like your home is never clean, stick around. I'm going to give you 10 reasons why you and I'm guilty of this, probably own too much stuff. The first sign that we probably own too much stuff is we cannot keep our flat surfaces clear. If you follow the minimalist, they have a 16 rules for living with less workbook. And one of those rules in that workbook is to keep all flat surfaces clear. And this is a struggle for us, and I assume for some of you it's probably a struggle. And so if we are struggling to keep our flat surfaces clear, then that's probably an indication that we own too much stuff. Number 2, owning multiple things that don't have a home. Whether this is multiple appliances, cleaning devices, whether this is cords or furniture or toys or books, whatever the case may be, if we own so many things that everything does not have a home, again, this is a pretty big sign that we just own too much and we need to declutter until we get to a point where every single possession that we own has a home. My personal goal is to have every single possession have not only a home, but a comfortable home to where nothing feels smushed together. Number 3 would be that cleaning takes too long. Our cleaning time has significantly cut down since we've started this minimalism journey back in 2015. We used to have to spend the entire weekend cleaning our, at the time, 3-bedroom apartment. Now cleaning the whole apartment takes about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, depending on the day, but I would like to get that even farther down. I just do not like managing stuff. And so I would love to get it down to where our house just can't be cluttered because we just don't own that much stuff. This is a little bit tricky if you have a family, so I totally get that. I do not go through and throw away my kids' things or my husband's things. I do not remove anything of theirs without their permission and without their input. So this can take a long time, and I understand that it can be frustrating. But if you feel like cleaning is taking a lot longer than it should, that's probably time to evaluate how much stuff you're having to clean and how much of that stuff you're actually using. Number 4 would be you're constantly having to reorganize your possessions. If you're constantly having to reorganize and move things around and shuffle them, then that probably means that you own too much. And instead of organizing, you should just be getting rid of whatever it is that you're constantly having to reorganize. Number 5 would be if you have stuffed drawers that can't close, or your clothes in your closet don't fit, or you have to have excessive organizational bins. One rule that I like to live by is that we have to work within the space that we have. We have 3 organizational bins out in our storage closet, and they contain uniforms for the military. My husband is only reserves, so he has to have the uniforms, but he does not wear them very often. So one of them has that. The other one has travel gear, so like our packed bags and backpacks that we don't always use, just stuff that we would take if we were traveling. And then the third holds Christmas items, a few hand-me-downs for our girls, and some pool supply stuff for the summer. So we own 3 organizational bins. They're out in the storage. I'm not saying to never own organizational bins, but if you have this need that organizational bins are going to solve your clutter problem, that's probably an indication that you need to minimize instead of organize. Number 6, and this is kind of what prompted me to make this video, is decluttering becomes this never-ending cycle. You never get to a done point. And this is me, and I think it's because over the years I've just done it so slowly and so gradually that I feel like it's a never-ending cycle. One of my favorite YouTubers is Minimalist Saibu. Again, I never know if I say his name right. I will link his channel down below, but in the captions that I've read, because I do not speak Japanese, from what I get is that he recommends just doing it all quickly instead of over time. So get rid of it as fast as you can and then just start managing what's left over instead of doing it very, very, very slowly. Again, this can be difficult with a family, so I would suggest just starting with your stuff and just be ruthless and get rid of it, and then just start managing whatever it is that you have left over. Number 7 would be if you have more coming in than going out. I am always auditing what comes in through our door. I immediately take care of any mail, any packaging, anything that comes in, and then I'm always evaluating what that item is replacing, because I would say 95% of the time, if something new comes in, it's only to replace what we are currently using. So to win the decluttering battle, more has to go out than come in. Number 8 would be your home just doesn't feel clean and doesn't feel decluttered. If you still feel like you're just drowning in stuff, or if it kind of feels like the walls are closing in, a very good indication that even if you have decluttered several times, you still probably own too much. Number 9 would be going over budget for non-essentials. This is coming from someone who used to love to shop for no reason at all. We would just be bored and we would go shopping. And so if you are going over budget every month on non-essentials, I would suggest that maybe you have too many things, and maybe it's bad coping mechanisms, or maybe you're trying to alleviate something in your life like stress or boredom, and maybe looking for other ways to solve those issues other than buying. And also, if you are repurchasing things that you already own but you forgot that you owned, again, a good indication it's time to declutter and have a home for everything, and then stop overspending so that you can stay within your budget, especially in this economy. And then number 10 is another minimalist rule book for living with less, and that is not keeping just in case items. There is a difference for just in case versus just for when. So we have a few emergency stockpile items, not a lot, but those are just for when. We do not keep just in case items. An example would be extra kitchenware that we don't use, extra coffee mugs that we don't use. We don't keep extra cords lying around that we don't know what they go to. We do not keep just in case items. We get rid of those, but we do keep things that make sense for just for when. So if we have a few extra rolls of paper towels or extra band-aids or whatever, then yeah, those things we keep for just for when. We have an emergency stockpile of some water, not very much. We have 1 case, but that is an emergency item. And so I differentiate between emergency items. I am not a prepper. I personally don't get into the whole prepping scene, but we have a few items just for when, but we do not keep anything just in case. Anyways, this is my list of 10 reasons that you probably own too much stuff. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any other suggestions. Like and subscribe because it helps out my channel, and I will see you in the next video.